we're glad you're with us this morning. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on this new edition of Regatta Radio. And bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to get everything shared out there across social media so I don't screw it up. Right. So let me see if I could do this since there are so many. There we go. Okay. I think this will fit. This will fix it now. No, that's not what I want to do. I give up. I should really just have stayed in bed this morning. It's one of those mornings, but in just a minute, I will get it all sorted out, I think. Let's see, Heineken Regatta, Heineken, nice if I could spell, same word, Heineken Regatta, there we go. And I think I can do this, and if I share it to my page, then I could share it to all of the groups, and then everybody could follow along and watch and do all of those good things. Please join me in saying good morning to my very good friend, my partner in crime for Regatta Radio, the one and only Cary Byerley. Good morning.
Good morning, Sock. I'm afraid you're going to have to, excuse me. On Sunday, I completely lost my voice.
I'm sorry.
All week, so the last few days, it comes and goes. So,
listen, you just have to promise me you get some rest.
I've been resting. I've been ill all past week, so I've been doing a fair bit of resting, but in between getting up and going, and then it knocks you back again. You get up, you work, and then poof, you're back.
I have to tell you, I completely understand, Kara. When I flew back from Florida after to see my aunt and uncle in mid-January, same thing. It like hit me the minute I was driving across Alligator Alley back to the east coast of Florida, and I got like halfway across, and all of a sudden it just like hit me out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I got to the hotel, I climbed into bed. I'm like, I'm not so sure I'm going to get on the plane to fly home the next day, and I went and I stopped at the pharmacy. I got NyQuil and DayQuil and all the throat lozenges and everything else. Some Vicks. Vicks, put it on the end of your nose, solves everything, right? And I got myself back on the plane the next day and flew home. And for like 2 days, I was just like dead.
Yeah.
It just knocked, bang.
And it was interesting. The same thing happened. I was actually in a meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and I suddenly started feeling not brilliant. And by the time I got home, I was just like, yep, you're getting ill. And that was it.
Yeah, and then bang, it just hits you.
Yeah.
But it's going around.
Yeah.
So everybody's fighting it. My buddy James in Rotary, I know, is fighting it. So better we get it all out of our system now. I'm still like coughing up things of many colors. It's really gross.
I seem to be catching a flu every 2 months. It's like enough.
Yeah.
So we need to look into flu shots.
It's funny. I always get the flu shot every year. And
on the island or when you're in the States?
Some years I've done it here. Some years I've done it in the U.S., and they're wildly different vaccinations.
I'm sure.
Yeah, different formulations depending on the area of the world that you're in.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one is more effective or not. They tell you that if you get the vaccine, if you happen to catch something, the symptoms are usually far less than they would have been if otherwise.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I didn't even know you could get them here.
Yeah, over at usually the house doctors, the family doctors, usually all have them.
Okay, I'll have to. If you can get an appointment to your doctor, that's another big major.
No, you should just walk. You just walk in. It's like 40. If you have SNV, I think they cover it. If not, it was like $40 or something. It wasn't expensive.
Oh, you don't need an appointment. You just walk into your doctor and one of the nurses give it to you.
Actually, I'm trying to remember it's been a while since I've had it done here, but none of the house doctors here, the family doctors, you don't make an appointment, you just go. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you sit there for 6 hours in the morning waiting.
It depends what time you go. Who's your family doctor?
Dr. Swanson.
Yeah, I usually, it depends on who the doctor is. You kind of learn to time the ebb and flow of it.
Yeah.
But call and ask if they have the vaccines before you go. Because sometimes that's not. By the way, who we met last week? Lars came in, the intern over at the yacht club.
Isn't he lovely?
What a brilliant young man.
He is fabulous.
What
he
a
really
brilliant young
is.
man.
He's going to go far.
Yeah.
I'm already saying to him, so I think you need to come back next year and help us out and be with us.
Well,
Forget all these other high-flying opportunities that you're getting and come and be with us.
well, here's the thing. As he was sitting here, I think back to over all the years that I've been involved with the St. Martin Heineken Regatta, first as a competitor, then as a board member, and then as the treasurer, and then now as the host of Regatta Radio and all of the other things that we do together. As I was sitting here talking to him, I'm going, he's very smart.
He is.
He's very bright, and I see
so easygoing.
I see a future regatta director in Lars. I didn't say that to him. So Lars, if you're listening, you didn't hear that. But what a nice guy.
Very nice.
He's young too.
Yep.
So
talking of they came in and talked about the
art
competition, which we had the prize giving on Saturday.
And how did that go?
It went well. There was, I think it was only 9 paintings submitted.
Mm-hmm.
But they were great. There was one in particular that really got me because it was a very clever idea, and it was called the Vibe,
mm-hmm.
the Vibe of the Regatta.
Mm-hmm.
It was done by, I think, a young girl. So it still wasn't. It wasn't I think she got 3rd place with it. But the idea of what it was so clever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I need to find this girl and tell her work on this because it was very good.
Well, I said to Lars, I said, and Chris Bine the director was in that week too, last week, and I said, I think that we need to get all of the winners and the top 3 winners and bring them in with their artwork and do a little bit on the radio with them. I think that would be awesome. Yeah,
we need to do something. We have to really promote it. We're probably going to have we're hoping to the airport has agreed to put up the artwork at the airport.
Brilliant.
So it'll be there. Then we want to have it up at registration. We want to really bring more on that and highlight it a lot more and see what else we could do. I believe there's a chance we're going to be getting postcards done of some of them. And
this is just brilliant stuff.
So yeah, and can you imagine if you're this young kid, you put in something and there's your painting on a postcard in the shipwreck shops.
Yeah,
I mean, how awesome is that?
So, you live here. That's just an awesome thing.
Yeah.
awesome thing. I had something else I was going to ask you about. So since this was Lars' first time on the radio with us, I kind of went down our standing bet, who can, Price is Right rules, but who can come close to guessing the number of boats we'll have in the 46th St. Martin Heineken Regatta. And I ran down the list of people that had participated, and I said, you had one, Cary has 125, Chris Bine has 112, I have 126 just because I had to outdo you. You and I are not too competitive. Not at all. I adore you. You know that. And Mr. S has 122. Meg said 117. What do you think? What do you think the number is that Lars said?
I listened.
Oh, so you know.
No, but I can't for the life of me remember what he...
He had to top all of us.
Oh, did he?
That little shit.
Did he go 127?
128.
128.
God bless him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I
feel the same way I do, that you go higher just because that's what we want.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I have to tell you, I feel like I've met a future director of the St. Martin Heineken Regatta.
No, he's a great guy. Great guy.
So I hope I'm not making you blush.
And the nice thing is he seems to be enjoying the island too.
My God, he's loving it.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
Yeah.
I don't think he was too thrilled to have to go home when the time comes. But I got to go back and finish your school or finish the degree.
Yeah.
Because education is the one thing that no one can take away from
him.
So
he's just got to put in his final
thesis and
then hopefully that's it for him.
Brilliant. Yeah. Good for him. So how many boats do we have now, by the way?
We
is this live and up to date? Real time.
Live and up to date.
Real time.
Right
here on Regatta Radio, brought to you by Budget
So
Marine.
right now we have 60 entered, but we also know we have about 20 something bareboats. So that's over
Right.
80 boats.
Right. And then,
So interestingly, I went back
yeah.
and did a little bit of digging,
Mhm.
and I saw that in 2020,
Mhm.
which was our 40th,
Right.
by January 28th,
Before you go any further, why did I know that you would be the one to do all the analytical research? Why did I just know this? Because we had this conversation last week. And so January 28th, 2020.
2020,
How many?
we had 96 boats entered.
Mhm.
I think we ended up with 138 boats in total, but it was the 40th. We
Right.
had 96 boats, which also included all the bareboats.
Oh, so we're not,
Then-
we're, and what did do you know where we were last year this time?
Last year, we had total of 107 boats.
Mhm.
January 28th, we had 48 boats, bareboats not included.
Okay, so
We're ahead
we're
of
where we
last
were.
year.
Okay, so this is good stuff.
And we're ahead of 2023 as well. We had 100 boats racing, and 53 boats at this time entered, and some bareboats in.
So the thing that's interesting, is I remember like days of old where we had 200 boats, right? Well, the bareboat fleet was,
Huge.
yeah,
Huge.
we have like 7, 8, 12 bareboat classes. It was
Yeah.
huge, right? Um, but it was a different time, and the size of that fleet just does not exist anymore. There aren't that many bareboats in the Caribbean.
And the problem is, there most of the bareboats now are multi-hulls. A lot
Right.
of them are multi-hulls, and they don't want to let them race.
Right.
So
We've
lost all of those.
And a lot of the other thing that has changed too is, the concept of what we now call a head boat. In other words, you're a head on the boat. You buy a spot on the boat. That, on a race boat for that matter, that has significantly grown in the last.
Not really.
No,
No.
it feels like if I go back 20 years ago, we didn't have as much of that. We have much more of it now because we don't have the bareboats.
Yeah, we do. 20 years ago, we probably didn't, but the head boats keep coming in, but there's only a small handful of them.
Right.
And the companies keep trying to do it, but it is an incredibly difficult thing to do because of breakdowns, people trying to sell spots.
Sure.
They prefer to get a full charter for the boat, corporate charter, say.
Sure.
So they've done that, but it's not as when, like, say, the Volvo 65s, where they can get the boat fully booked up is when they do the transatlantics
Mm-hmm.
and just the crossings,
Mm-hmm.
because people want to do that and they want to get the miles in, they want to experience what it's like. So yeah, we have I think it's Spirit of Juno. It's one of the on-deck boats coming, and that's normally a head boat.
Mm.
So, and I don't know what the 65, whether they're selling that as a head boat or whether it's a team has booked the boat. I don't know.
Brilliant. I think that I think the short answer is the nature of racing has changed. The nature of chartering has changed over the last decade, and so there are fewer boats, but I would venture to argue that we seem to be much more competitive than we were 20 years ago, 10 years ago.
We've always had a competitive edge. I think we've always had good boats with really good competitors. I just think now there are so many events around the world.
Mm.
People's time is very valuable. Travel is far more expensive. It's not easy. So there's various reasons why all the regattas around the world, except for a small handful, are not necessarily going to get huge numbers anymore.
So the other thing too, like I remember back in the days when I used to do the bareboat gig, right? You could charter the bareboat for the week, little more than a week, 10 days, and it cost you about 10 grand. And now that number is significantly higher. Last time I priced it, it was way more expensive to go down that path. And there are just fewer boats, right? There's just fewer boats available.
And I think one of the reasons for that is the insurance.
Yeah, without a doubt.
On it, the insurance for them.
Yeah, without a doubt. So it's just gotten very cost prohibitive to go down that path. We probably have one of the bigger bareboat fleets around.
We still have the biggest in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a huge thing. Huge thing.
Yeah.
What else do we need to know? What else is what else should we talk about? What can you tell me about the St. Martin Heineken Regatta?
Well, the big news today is da 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 da.
Do you want a drum? You want an actual drum roll? No, I have a drum roll.
You can do a drum roll.
Let me find it. I'll find the Cary drum roll. Let's see.
I think it's so funny you asked me this question because you had no idea that I have something to tell you.
No, you're absolutely right. Where does my drum roll? There it is. Here you go. So what do you got?
What have I got? Lots. No. So this year we have a fabulous sponsor called Seiko watches,
Mm-hmm.
and they have in the last couple of years given us a watch to the overall winner.
Yeah, I think the last 2 years.
Yeah, and they have said that they will give us a watch for every class winner.
That's brilliant.
Isn't that fantastic?
That's awesome.
So every class winner. Now, what type of watch?
Which watch?
It could be a $50 watch. It could be more. I don't know. But every overall class
winner will get a watch. That's so cool. Thank you,
in
Seiko.
In the CSA classes, everyone will get it. Yep.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the only one that won't in the class winners is Island Time, because there is not an overall winner in Island Time.
Mm-hmm. And what about the bareboats?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And multi-hull.
And multi-hull.
Brilliant. This is brilliant.
Yes.
This is brilliant stuff.
I mean,
thank you, Seiko.
You can never have enough. You can never have too many watches.
That's true.
Thank you, Seiko. Especially men.
Thank you, Seiko. What's the only real piece of jewelry that a man can wear?
Yeah.
Right? It was a watch.
Yeah.
But thank you, Seiko. That's brilliant.
I'm ecstatic about that.
That's just awesome stuff. That's great news.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, listen, very exciting. Very exciting.
It is, and I guess, and then the next thing that will be happening, obviously, is the lagoon. The kayak lagoon cleanup. Which you talked about.
Yeah, we talked about that soon. I lose the date.
In February.
Yeah. Before it's almost February.
Yeah, I'll know the dates next week because it's after next week. And let me see if there was any. Oh, and so one of the entries that's coming back is Van Tanera, which is with Bill Titus, who's been coming. I don't know. Did I mention this last week?
No.
Or the week before, with Bill Titus, who's been coming for
as long as I can remember.
Donkey's years.
As long as I can remember.
Eddie Johnson and Cass sail with him. But this year they're coming back on a Wally 94, which I can't wait to see because they are beautiful boats. And it's a big boat and it looks really good.
We love big boats.
So yeah, that'll be fun.
We were talking, when I had Heather and Steven for the CMC last week.
I listened in.
Yeah,
not when you were talking. I listened in after.
But we were talking about you.
I know.
And I said, I am pretty certain that if Cary had her druthers, a big multi-hull that was her floating condo would make her happy.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I want a total condo because I'd like something that can actually sail.
Mm-hmm.
But interestingly enough, Robbie sailed back from Antigua on Sunday to here. On a 90-foot gunboat. What exactly?
Was it his?
Said, no.
Damn.
I'm not sure we could even afford a shackle on that boat.
Uncle Robbie.
Yeah.
Uncle Robbie, you bought us a gunboat.
Yeah. And he was helming it, and he messaged me and said 20 knots.
Wow.
So he got up. Anyway, he said it was incredible. The boat was so big, palatious,
and fast.
And yeah, Johnny told me, it's not that fast. It's one of the older model ones. but still 20 knots. Excuse me.
That's fast enough.
That's fast enough. And yeah, they left Antigua 7, 8 o'clock and got in around 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could just see the smile around his face.
So yes, my answer to you guys is yes, I would prefer a catamaran. And one of the reasons I really like on a catamaran is because you've got the whole on-deck saloon. So when you're in there, you can still look around at the big windows. You can still look around, see everything. You know, especially if you're on your watch, you can go inside, come out, make yourself a cup of get out of the sun. Well, hopefully on that you've got shade. Make yourself a cup of coffee or whatever.
Yes, the condo part. Make yourself a cup of coffee.
Make yourself a cup of coffee. Yeah, as long as it's not totally confused seas, because then you're just bouncing around.
Right. Yeah.
Depending on the size of the boat too.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I know you well enough.
Yeah.
I know you well enough.
I like, that's the thing about getting older. You do like your comfort a bit more.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I feel like the older we get, the better we are at picking our friends and the people we put around us, and the choices we make just get better.
I'm not so sure with me that's the case.
Oh, I disagree.
I don't think my choices get better.
Oh, I disagree.
Sometimes I'm like, you know better. Why did you make that choice?
I guess that's part of it, right? That's part of it. Well, this is brilliant news about the Seiko team. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody at Seiko.
So Seiko is sold at Joe's Jewelry, and they really work with us, and they're coming in. They're coming in with about 50 top executives.
Brilliant.
To come to the regatta.
We'll have to see if we get some
50 top executives.
We'll have to get some of them come join us on the broadcast.
Oh, there's a whole program being put out for them to what to do. And I think they're going to leave here going, "Oh God, I need a holiday."
That's a sign of a good vacation. You need another
well, I don't
vacation.
think it's a vacation, but they're going to need one afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. And so that, of course, the 46th St. Martin Heineken Regatta, March 5th to 8th. Would like to say a big shout out to our friends at Port de Plaisance, the Princess Group of Companies, PDP,
Fantastic.
Because you help us with the Regatta Village all of these years, and we do appreciate it more than you know. And of course, a big thank you to our title sponsor, Heineken, and of course distributed locally by Divico. And Regatta Radio itself would not be possible without the phenomenal support over all of these years from Budget Marine. And for that, we extend a very personal and heartfelt thank you to our friends at Budget Marine. I think you know the folks over there.
Where the regatta gear,
of course,
the technical regatta gear is being sold at Budget Marine.
It's already in.
Oh God, it was late. It was So it's there. Go check it out.
Deal.
And then of course, Shipwreck has the cotton line. It has the cotton line.
Yeah, Regatta, budgetmarine.com if you'd like to go check that out. And hope you feel better. Get some rest.
So do I.
Get some rest.
Thank God it's now. That's all I just kept saying to myself. Thank God it's now.
Yeah. And we look forward to seeing you next week for another edition of Regatta Radio. Of course, Regatta Radio is always made possible by Budget Marine. Get some rest, my friend.
I will.
Talk soon.
Thank you. Bye.
It is 10:27 as we work our way through the morning together. Let me take a quick commercial break, and we'll see where we go next. Of course, more Regatta Radio is coming up next week on Wednesday, same time, same channel. It is just about 28 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. We'll get caught up.